On Taste of Anime Afterthought, welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun Season 2, Episode 15, Magical Beasts Attack. Yo, I am so ready for today's episode, my god, especially coming off last week's episode where it was revealed that the notorious group known as Six Fingers has infiltrated Walter Park in an attempt to rescue Kiryu-senpai that is being held in an underground prison. Yes, you heard right, this theme park is being run off the mana drained from its prisoners below. And you absolutely gotta love how they left off last week's episode with the group summoning those giant beasts that instantly start wreaking havoc. But there's one thing that the Six Fingers couldn't account for. The Misfits are on their end of terminus. What I'm looking forward to the most is seeing how the Misfits deal with the ensuing chaos, the giant magical beast, and the Six Fingers themselves, as well as Iruma confronting not only Big Sis Shida, but as well as Kiryu-senpai. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Gotta say, both opening 1 and 2 have been teasing a lot of action, a lot of battles between the Misfits and otherworldly creatures, and I gotta say, surprisingly lacking, albeit it is a slice of life, but honestly, with the unleashing of these giant magical beasts as well as having the Six Fingers to deal with, my hope is that we're actually gonna get some, some much needed confrontation. So is this before or after Iruma's punishment to play dragon? I was gonna say, it seems that Picaro is very sensitive, but it looks like he's able to manipulate the ground surface, so he's picking up mana through the ground. That's pretty fucking badass. So he's able to sense those creatures before they were even summoned. Yo, that's badass, man. For him to instantly sense that something was gonna happen and then go on the defensive that quick, that's some pretty badass, battle sense he's got going on. Carmine Dragon. Oh, he's touching him again, so maybe it's Picaro that's the cure for what ails Romier. Panther Rat. Mountain Bull. Huh, that seems like some pretty terrible luck for the fucking monsters. Yo, you're dealing with the Misfits now. Seriously? You're gonna turn this into some kind of fucking lesson? There's a giant fucking serpent man wolf beast back there. I mean, that does make sense when you think about it. They still are in their first year. But like I said, each one of them has a pretty badass, innate bloodline ability. At least what we've seen so far, they're pretty badass. Oh, that might come in clutch. This little pervert might save the fucking day. See, now, Gomon's ability it's fucking badass. Windblade, like that's tits right there. I mean, I kinda agree. I mean, it depends on how they utilize their ability. We do have Pit, and we do have the Lides that steals your senses and stuff like that. Utilizing them together would make sense. Okay, that's a good combo spell. Basically using Gomon's Windblade to add extra oxygen to Refire. A little bit more explosive, but dude, the size of that thing is fucking ridiculous. That's a hard life lesson to learn right in the middle of a battle. See, I wonder if Opera is gonna take the same approach with the girl group. I mean, we have Omri over there. Harari's ice magic is pretty badass. Clara can just summon fucking anything. I wonder if Elizabetta would be able to charm the Savage Beast. That is an interesting thought. So it's basically a two-prong attack. They summon the beast in the park to create chaos, go on a rampage. So all their attentions focus up there, and at the same time, everything's going on in the prison. Basically, there's just probably not enough people to deal with everything. Ooh, Triton the Handshaker. Now that silhouette has definitely piqued my interest. That looks pretty fucking interesting. Oh shit. Shit, is he losing to the fucking imp? He's losing to the little Taylor imp. Wow, look at all that they've dispatched already. So they're not completely dismissing the possibility of people taking on these giant magical beasts. That their plan should go over without any kind of issue, but if someone were to fight them, that'd be pretty fucking heroic. Honestly, given the same situation, I'd dip as fast as humanly or demonically as possible. No fucking way, they're using the ranks to put the pressure on him? Yo, that's fucking legit. Like, hey man, it's up to you now. Not gonna lie, first impressions not including Caligo's home visit, his brother seems like a douche. Oh, I think he'd make a good big brother. So are we focusing only on one group per episode? It seems we're not gonna even hit the other two right now. Shit, this episode's almost over. Aww. Especially given that this is his first experience with any kind of amusement park. Given his previous situation of basically being slave labor, and then seeing it just decimated like that, that's gotta hurt. That's definitely gotta hurt. Kind of brings a tear to your eye. Okay, so given from what Balam just said, did the Six Fingers have to pour their own mana into the crystals to summon the beasts? He made it sound like that it took more than one person to summon it, so I'm assuming they had to fuel the fire, so to speak. Wow. Wow, that's a fucking shock right there. God damn, their own desires come first, and their empathy is basically non-existent. Wow, the blatant disregard for a crying child. I mean, I know it's the fucking netherworld, but that fucking hurts. What? Oh shit, I just got goosebumps. Oh, you're gonna fucking end on that? Oh shit. All right, we're stopping there. Do not waste that tension, my God. Oh my God, that scene is so fucking palpable. It's like it's still playing in my mind. The tears welling up in Iruma's eyes and him saying, I am mad. Oh, what a fucking punch in the dick. Like, my God. To be frank, I'm not 100% sure what he's referring to. Obviously, the situation is fucked. But who exactly is he mad at? Is it the demons that are so nonchalantly giving up on a crying child? Or is it the individuals responsible for the attack? Or could it be he's actually mad at himself? That the realization came too little too late. That this is the fucking netherworld. Things are just different here. Demons are ruled by their desire and have little to no empathy. That while being whisked away by Sullivan did save him from his previous life, it clouded his judgment and masked the truth. That he is a human living amongst demons. It's definitely an epiphany that needs to happen. Hell, maybe he's just pissed that you ruined his fucking vacation. But all I know, given that look we see in his eyes at the end of the episode, shit's about to get real. Especially when you roll in a couple misfits deep, backed up by Asmodeus, Sabnok, as well as Picaro. Like I say, Pretty Boy is legit. And lest we forget, the Chet Balam is on the scene. Like I said, about a half hour later and I still got goosebumps. I just hope he's a little more useful than Caligo. Honestly, taking this opportunity and turning it into a teachable lesson is so fucking his style, it's ridiculous. I mean, let's face it, he is the big bad grouch of Babylos, but he does prioritize his students, just not necessarily their well-being, i.e. forcing Jazz, Lyde, Kamui, and Gomon to take on one of the gigantic magical beasts that are running amok. Now, I don't think he's completely callous. If push came to shove and danger couldn't be avoided, I do see Caligo stepping up and stepping in. And I do have to force myself, much like Iruma, to realize that this is the netherworld, that demons have to push themselves because let's face it, it's a harsh fucking world they live in. And narratively speaking, it does set up one of my main objectives, which was witnessing the Misfits use their abilities. And I gotta say, I did enjoy myself watching their little combo in action. Lyde being able to steal his senses, Kamui being able to communicate with him, playing the role of decoy, and using a raw fire infused wind blade to get a hit, even though it did crap all. And I am intrigued how this is going to play out, given that little hint from Caligo Imago at the end involving Jazz. Speaking of Jazz, not much to say there besides the fact that his brother is a douche and honestly looks like he wants to end that cycle of sibling shittiness. Now at the opposite end of the spectrum we have the Six Fingers, and given how much they touted up Triton, to see him be so easily dispatched, I gotta say these might be some worthy opponents if it ever gets to, you know, Misfits versus the Six Fingers. Anyways, like I said, my main goal for this arc was to see some action, and we are finally getting it. I absolutely love what we saw in today's episode, and honestly, fucking Iruma, you gutted me, man. Straight gutted, like, ugh. So with all that being said, and more Iruma-kun next week, I honestly cannot wait for future episodes.